Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so full that I'm probably going to lay down and die a little bit inside. But I felt the need to make this video because I don't think everybody is quite aware of how awesome being in the States is, actually. I don't think so. You know, I've been looking... Oh, excuse me for a moment. My wallet is poking me. Yeah. I don't think people really have a frame of reference here. Like, so I get from Iceland, and I'm like, Iceland is cool, Iceland's amazing, Iceland was fun. And then I get here and I'm like, wait, I can just go down the store and take care of this, or I can just make a phone call and take care of this. If I need, like, food, it's right over there, and it's affordable. And if I need to start a business, I just have to go online. Like, seriously? I thought, like, being, you know, ex-military, having this sort of American pride thing, sort of, I guess, ingrained a program or something, you know, America's the greatest country in the world, blah, blah, blah. And that's a stupid thing to say if you've never been to any other country, but, I'm starting to see at least why being American, or being in America even, is fucking wow. I'm just wowed. Everything, I've been here 6 days now, and I'm like, everything is so easy. Everything is so cheap. Everything is so affordable. Most things are actually quite decent quality. It's not like you're buying a bunch of cheap stuff that just breaks. It's like, why are we not happier? Or at least more fulfilled? Why are we not, like, appreciating life or something? Or I'm just looking around. Maybe it's just a reflection of a part of me that doesn't know how to handle this type of lifestyle. But I'm listening to people. I'm sitting back and I'm listening to how they talk and how they're talking with each other and all that. And a lot of people, like, they're talking like they don't, like this isn't enough. And then I was like, holy stuff. I got in trouble. I got a haircut today. I got in trouble for cussing while I was getting a haircut. That doesn't happen in Iceland, that's for sure. The lady's like, you're gonna have to go ahead and control the F-bomb. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, some manners. Okay, I'm not used to that. But I was having a conversation with a friend, and he was talking about living abundantly. And he was saying how we're not living abundantly. That's what I'm going to name this video. Abundance. How are we not living abundantly? Really? You got food, clothes, gas, money, rain, sun. As much of everything that you could possibly imagine exists in your reality at every single given moment. So how can you not live abundantly? Are you choosing to experience your abundance on a specific form and a belief system and all these constricted conditions of what it means to be abundant, and then because it doesn't live up to your expansive, infinite expectations, then you're going to say that you're not living abundantly? We have all access to anything we could want, especially here. I see that now for sure, especially here in this country. We all have an infinite access to all that could possibly be available to us in that moment, based on what it is that we want to do. The moment we choose to do something, then our abundance becomes, you know, more focused. I wouldn't call it limited, but more focused. And as we choose to believe different things, we see different things, and so we chop it down until eventually we call that, you know, ours. But this conversation with my friend about living abundantly, like, how could we not be? This is fucking awesome. This is so awesome. I'm so excited to be back to the States. It's been nearly 7 years, and you really have to leave this place to appreciate it. I think so. I think that's just really it. Because everything I'm looking at, I'm like, there is so much of everything, of every type, in every way, at every price range. Like, you cannot escape the abundance that's right here, right down the street, on the next street, on the next street, in the next street, on the next street. Like, you're just flooded with awesome everywhere. And it's like, being ex-military, it kind of, I still hang on a little bit to that military, I guess, uniform. But when people are getting pissy about America and pissy about the government and pissy about the laws and angry about the president and politics and this and that, like, those systems exist and you don't have to agree with them, but look at what is here. Look at what's happening. And people are saying, you know, that the government distracts us with all of this stuff and all of these things. No, only people that are distracted by those things become distracted. But I don't feel distracted. I feel actually quite amazed at the amount of anything you could possibly want or need in that moment of the access, in that quality, like now. That's not a distraction to me. That's abundance going, please, take whatever you wish, as much as you want, at a reasonable price. Thank you, perhaps? All these people getting fucking angry about the president and about, you know, the politics that are happening and the wars and all that. Like, yes, life has negativity. Life has challenges. Life has things that we don't necessarily agree with. But on the flip side, on the other side, because life is a balance, you both get negatives and positives. Open your eyes and appreciate this. Man, like, I could see how people could get spoiled, you know, living this way for a long time, because when you're in it, you can't really appreciate it, I guess, or you can take it for granted if you're living this way for so long that it's normal for you. But I didn't have a good time these past couple years in Iceland. I had a good time, but I didn't necessarily experience what I thought I wanted to experience. We'll put it that way. It wasn't a bad time, but it was definitely very challenging. And talk about, like, not being able to get things done, or having access to information, or easy, affordable living. Like, you can pay off a house in America for the same price to rent a bedroom to live in. And I know this because I lived in one, numerous ones, very many times, for the same price. What you can buy here and create a life of any standard is like low living in Iceland. You know, $400 a month to live literally in a bedroom, or $400 a month to pay off a house. And there's something wrong with America, or there's something, you know, evil about this place. Are you kidding me? I just don't get it. So I felt the need to make this video. I'm losing touch a little bit, but yeah, I just felt the need to make this video. The more time I spend here, the more I realize that there is an infinite possibility with an infinitely easy access to all things that you could possibly dream or do and choose and succeed at. And there's a lot of people that just don't. I'm like, what? What is happening? All you have to do is literally choose a path and do it here. It's that easy. It literally is that easy. Marketing, you'll run into the right people. If it's in line with your highest values, if it's your, you know, destiny, you'll run into the right people that'll market for you. You'll run into the right employees, because there's so much of everything everywhere. You cannot, like, miss it. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. Everyone you talk to knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who is someone who knows someone who can get it done for you if you can't figure it out yourself. Like, at all points in time, in every way possible, Success is happening right now. Like, wow. And so this has been my week-long experience of America. And like I said earlier, being prior military, I'm supposed to like feel this way, I guess, about living in the States. But, you know, I supposedly fought for everyone's freedom, or supposedly fought for everyone's right to bitch, or whatever, you know, because that's what we're taught, you know. I'm self-righteous because I put on a uniform for 6 years, you know. I'm not even going to judge that way. But it still gets to me that we are here in this place, and everybody who's unhappy is just, or unfulfilled even, they're just judging the fuck out of a beautiful experience. It's amazing. I'm running into people that are just like, yeah, you know, we need to change, and we need new things, and, you know, this isn't just going the way we want it to go. Open your eyes, man. It's going any way you want it to go. You're just choosing to pick something you don't like. Why would you do that in this abundant place? Why would you ever pick the thing you hate and then focus on that? That is insanity. Like, seriously, why would you ever do that? Why? Here I'm coming from, you know, living in America, being in the military, serving my country. I don't know what the fuck I was serving, to be honest with you. I never saw what it was that I was doing. I never saw the results. So, but we'll say serving my country or whatever. And then being gone for 6 years, and I come back and I'm like, okay, so I've been civilian or military. I've been, you know, overseas, and now I'm back. And so I've got a bit of a, you know, a perspective of what it is and what it isn't, or what it could be or what it wasn't, or whatever. And I'm looking from both sides of this, my whole experience, and I'm just like, how are people unfulfilled? I mean, we don't just have one vehicle here. We have every single type of car other than, you know, I guess the lesser known European models of some sort. But I'm sure what we don't have in those types, we have other types. Like, there's always a replacement, there's always a knockoff or a spin-off or the actual name brand. There's always something. Like, I'm overwhelmed almost with just the amount of, it's rich. You know, they say, America's the richest country in the world, and then a lot of people say we're not that rich because we have like a couple trillion fucking deficit or whatever. No, I'm talking about rich as in like juicy, rich as in full, rich as in abundant, not just money or wealth, but it's rich. Like, there's so much of everything. That's what richness is. It's wholeness, you know? And I'm just like, man, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just so confused in a way of why or how we could ever be non-appreciative of this. Is just one state, you know? So there's like 49 other places connected to this one that is, what, equally or better richness? If this is what people are saying as, you know, low quality living in Florida, or, you know, slums, or, you know, cheap, or I don't know how people are judging it, but I've heard it before where people are like, you don't want to live there, it's fucking broke. If you think this is broke, you have no idea what the fuck broke is. You have never been to the land of broke if you think this is broke. And that means if I don't think that this is broke and that this is actually quite rich, and there are other places that are bigger and higher quality and more massive and more growing and more, if there's more than this, how fucking rich is this place? This American country. If this is overwhelming and this is supposedly low class living, wow, how far does it go in high class living? If this is not it. you know? And we just gotta open up our eyes and realize the amount of life and vitality that is here. There's an abundance, and people are choosing to limit themselves. I can see it. I'm like, man. So, I guess the point of the story is, now that I've talked for 15 minutes, is go outside. Look at the trees if you can find any, because some of us live in cities, and look at the amount of cars and the amount of traffic, and don't think of it as, this sort of over-polluting force, but think of it as a sense of abundance. Every single car right there. All these types of people right there. All these nationalities right there. You want macaroni and cheese? We have 20 fucking brands for that. Like, look at everything as, instead of this growing, dominant, brainwashing governmental force here to keep you stupid. I mean, what fucking type of fear programming is that? And see it as an abundant world where everything is here, ready at your grabbing to your fingertips. Just, all you have to do is choose it. That's it. You can choose your experience, you can choose your perspective. And what I'm seeing, at least in America, is you can literally, choose your experience. Literally. Now, I'm sure that's a universal law, but I guess the way I was taught to believe about myself is that it seems a lot easier here, to be honest with you. It seems so much easier. I'm just like, well, I'm going to have this type of night tonight. And what'd you know? It goes exactly the way I thought it would. And I've tried this many, many times in other places in the past, and not so much success. Not so much. It was like, I had to work, really, really, really work on myself to get every little piece of gratitude I could find out of my experience. And here I'm like, yeah, that's about it. I'm in this total state of Zen or balance, or I don't know what to call it. I'm literally just in a state of awe. Wow, okay, so this is happening and people are apparently unhappy, I think. They say they're unhappy, but they're doing exactly what it is that makes them unhappy, so it's kind of like they're just choosing to not be happy about their choices when they could choose otherwise, okay? And this person claims to be broke, but I'm listening to how they talk, and they actually have a lot of money. They just don't have it in the way that they thought they were told to believe to have it. I'm like, okay, so they're not broke, they're not unhappy, they're not depressed. Everybody's perfectly fine, except people are literally just choosing to create a difficult reality. And they're choosing to define their experience this way, when they could easily choose otherwise. Okay. So it's like, I wanted to talk to, to people, be sort of this public speaker to inspire and motivate and change the world. But now I'm thinking, the world doesn't really need a change necessarily. And people really don't need to be helped necessarily. What needs to change is just literally a perceptual reconstruction on a balanced principle. That is it. I should write that down. That is it. A perceptual reconstruction for a balanced perspective. I don't know how, maybe I've just been extremely lucky, but I literally do not know how anyone could not be fulfilled here. I don't even see unfulfilled people. I just see people choosing to be unhappy. That's basically it. I see everyone as fulfilled. Like, everything they could ever want good happening in their life is happening. They'll tell you about that if you ask. And everything that they want bad happening in their life is happening as well. And they'll bitch about that. They'll tell you that too. And so you got all the good and you tell me about that. You got all the bad and you tell me about that. So how are you unfulfilled again? Are you just choosing to be ungrateful for what reason? Spoiled brats or something. I don't know what that is. That's got me rambling now for 20 minutes. Like, I just don't get it. And I don't want to get it. I will never get it. I will choose that experience. I don't need to understand what it takes to be, ungrateful or whatever. I've been there. So I guess I do get it in a way, but this is just amazing. Life is amazing. This experience is amazing. Everything is so good. Everything tastes so good. The food is so filling that maybe that's why people are complaining about being overweight. But I'm sure with all the fucking stores that are around, if you walked to McDonald's and walked home, you would burn the calories that you just ate. Like, you can't escape the inevitable success of America, or at least my American experience. You cannot. It's like, I've never felt so full in my life. And I don't even know how long it's been. When I eat something, I feel full. It's like, finally, like something that satisfies my body. Like, it tastes so good. And maybe in some places are better than others, but when I drink something, I feel full. When I eat something, I feel full. When I go outside, I feel alive. And like, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Why isn't anyone else having this experience? Oh, even this lady that's walking up to her car right now behind the phone. She is fucking sexy. And I know she sees me looking at her. But the people here are beautiful too. And the women. Yeah. And everybody is so fucking cool. Damn it. I'm so excited. Okay. I have to let you go. It's 22 minutes. But 22 minutes is not enough. But luckily in this abundant country, I could just buy another card with more gigabytes on it for a price next to nothing. Need more space? Got more space. Need more time? Give more time. It's amazing. Love your life. Appreciate everything. Show gratitude on a daily basis. And if you don't like it, leave. Honestly, if you do not like America, just leave. Just leave. Go anywhere else. Get a new experience. Get a new piece of your perspective. Just go elsewhere. And then, for at least 5 years, without a single visit, and then come back. That's it. Even if you don't like it when you get back, you're still gonna love it. Enjoy your day. Oh my goodness.